carnal, dice mi gente, la raza está abajo y tú estás indiferente. Prefieres cerrar los ojos, no vi nada. Estabas ocupado por andar en la tomada. Te gusta tirar el cruising todo el día, buscando a las mujeres como si el mundo acabaría. Pero no sabías que tú podías continuar tu educación para superarte en la vida. Hermano joven, levanta tu frente y siente el orgullo de ser un descendiente de los aztecas, los incas y los mayas. Ayúdame a pelear y vencer.
Antonio Díaz con su programa de Mestizo Experience. Estamos en el mes de abril 2025. Ahí se va pasando el tiempo y muy rápido. Again, my program is bilingual, and for those of you that have been watching it, you already know this. For those that you have not, well, I will switch back and forth between English and Spanish and a little bit of native as well. And today I have a special guest. We are in the month of April 2025, and San Antonio is going through a city council and mayor's election cycle again. And today my special guest is one of those candidates that I've been helping and I've been supporting. That's Diana Flores Uriegas, labeled the housewife candidate for mayor of San Antonio. Diana, you've been labeled the housewife, and what do you think about that?
Well, I'll take it since I am a housewife. I am a housewife of San Antonio City, and I will take care of you, my people from San Antonio City.
So you see San Antonio like your house, and you're the housewife. Because
Yes,
they say,
I do.
what does a housewife do in the house? Well, you take care of the budget, the food, everything that goes with keeping that house going, right?
Yes, I do. You have to, because or else it'll break down, and it's hard to fix it. But I know there's more housewives out there that take care of house. They have to.
Take care of the house and
Take
the family.
care of their kids, take care of the budgets, and take care of just about everything. If they don't, well then, they'll lose out on paying whatever. If they just want to party, and you use that money the wrong way, then you won't have no light or you can't pay your rent. But we pay our rents, we pay everything first before we get to enjoy life.
So you pay all your bills, but you do party, because San Antonio, it's a tourist city. And even right now, undergoing the fiesta events, just had the Final Four last week. So all these things that you do also like, but you would use that money for the city budget to take care of the needs of the people, right?
Yes, first the city, people first. Then whatever is left, we'll put it on wherever it's needed.
Well, San Antonio, it just keeps growing and growing. We're reaching, I guess, close to 2 million with all the other little cities or municipalities that are around San Antonio. And I guess that's why they keep thinking that a professional is needed for the city, but we've been seeing nothing but professional politicians in office, and they think that they're the only ones that know how to run a house. But you know how to run a house. You've been doing it for the last 50 or so years, right?
Yes, sir. I have, and even though I am also a widow, I have to keep going, I got to keep going and taking care of house, because, yes, I sometimes wind up by myself, but then kids come back for a reason or another, because things get too hard for them, or they'll lose a job or they get laid off or something. So we have to take them in because they're our kids and we have to provide, and they also help too. So that's what we do. Take care of anybody that needs help. Even if, they're not my kids, I still take them in, I still help them out. They are my kids from here, from San Antonio.
So
If they want.
That's how you'll do San Antonio, in other words. If people that are employed all of a sudden are unemployed, you're going to create programs to either retrain them or teach them new job skills, which the city has, but I think it needs to invest more money into that. And we've talked about it, and you agree that that's where you would try to put more money from the budget into training or retraining and having people learn more skills so they can get all these jobs that are coming into our city from all these different corporations, right?
Yes. I will help feed them, shelter them, and clothe them, because a lot of them come from other cities, and they don't have anything, just a little backpack or something, but they need more, and they really need help, not just a little handout, they need, to be taken to go get a job or something, or me if I were to be mayor, I would, send them to places that are hiring, and they would have to hire them, because people need jobs, and I would like them to hire them if they really need the help. Hire the people.
Well, that's why I said we've talked about that, all the training that goes into keeping people able to get these new jobs that are coming up. And you worked in the hospitality industry here in San Antonio for many years. You also worked for a nonprofit that's associated with the city. So you've seen the city, the people that come into our city, the needs also from seeing the homeless downtown that you're always trying to help out. These things, a lot of the viewers right now don't know, and you speak in a very down to earth way, simple way. But when you and I talk, we talk about all these things, and we mainly agree that people need help, and they need help from a person like they call you the housewife. All these citizens would be like in your house. Would be San Antonio is your house, and all their needs. You would try to find some way to put a program into the city that can be funded by us to give them that hand up, not a hand down, but a hand up to lift them up. We've talked about this, and I know that's how you feel. We're trying to let the viewers of our program know that they need to elect you as mayor if they want someone with a heart to be in control of the house of San Antonio.
Yes, we want to keep it a compassionate and sanctuary city, and be able to have a lot of people working, so that they could meet their needs. And we also want to create a lot of jobs, because there is a lot of people without work right now.
You want to send a shout out to the people from the Soapworks Apartments, because they reached out to you several times, and you were there talking for them a couple of times. So if you want to say hello to them, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to say hi to all the people the members that were helping out, reaching out to everybody, to get help, to try to keep the soap apartments there, because they've been there for a long time. And my brother have been living there for almost 35 years or more, and for them just to come out and, remove them is sad. But it did happen. And also to the people that were at the Mitchell trailers who got removed too, everybody in the city is getting removed by all these other mayors, for new development and everything. But they've been here, the people have been here, and I mean, if they want to develop, they could develop at other places, like other lands. We got a lot of land, where they could develop, and stop removing the people. Leave the people where they're at. They've been there forever,
Well, we've been having our conversation with Diana Flores Villegas, who's a candidate for the mayor of San Antonio, and early voting has started. I've been helping her. We've been to several sites already, and we'll continue to do it. Just putting this out so that you can see it and know that you have a person with a heart that cares about the people of San Antonio running for mayor. Vote Diana Flores Villegas for mayor. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Antonio Diaz. And I will fight for
There you
you,
go.
San Antonio.
There you go.
Vote me in. And that's the only way we get. They say that 2-year term is not long enough. Well, now it's 4 years. Let's see if I don't get voted in, let's see how this coming mayor does in 4 years. So let's see if it's true. We will come after you, after whatever you say you're going to do.
After whatever you say you're going to do, right?
I say I'm going to feed and I'm going to clothe and I'm going to shelter you, I will get affordable housing in these new developments, apartments that they're building. If they don't want to put any affordable houses in the area, well then I'm gonna say sorry but we do need that here. We need that for our people.
Thank you for being on the program, Diana. Thank you very much. Okay, now this other section that I do is my regular programming, and still about mainly who we have in office at different levels. And in the federal level, our nation is not, or the United States is not doing very well at this time, because we have someone that does not have a heart, that does not have a soul, like Ms. Villegas, someone that mainly wants to line his pockets with our tax dollars and whatever other ways he can do that, and for himself and for his cronies. So we're very much at loss right now as far as being represented by those elected officials, which is why I'm supporting Diana, because we need to break away from just saying we need these professional politicians in office, or these millionaires or billionaires, these people that are wealthy, to represent us, when they don't represent us, because they don't have our interest not only in their mind or in their heart. Instead, they want to displace us to make more money, which is what Diana was talking about, as far as saying if there's going to be new development and they're developing housing or developing apartments or whatever, that within it they have to have a certain percentage, 15-20%, that is actually affordable, not to a median income that the government says, or even our city or state says, that our citizens are achieving, that they're getting paid this much, because they're not. Some are. Maybe city employees, maybe other federal employees that, again, the government's going after and firing left and right. But a median income for San Antonio is not at $50,000. And you talk to somebody working at some burger place or some convenience store or some place like that, they're not, even if they're working for a manufacturing company, they're not getting that much, because that we know this. They're lucky if they get $25,000 a year. So that median income needs to be factual, in facts, true, not just made up. Again, I believe our median income is because the city takes in New Braunfels and other outlying little cities that have a higher income and include it with ours. How when they do their poll, I've been hearing about how good polls are. Well, polls can be manipulated to be used and say, well, you have a higher income bracket, you can afford these apartments of $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 for a bedroom or two. That's not true in San Antonio. I think nationwide we're still one of the lowest wage cities in the nation. And so, as Ms. Uriagas was saying, if developers come into our city and they truly don't want to work with the city as far as having true affordable housing, she will tell them go somewhere else. And I like hearing that because we have a beautiful city. Our Riverwalk and everything else that we have is a tourist attraction. And now with all, which we didn't quite agree with everything that's going on at the Alamo, taking over 2 or 3 streets there and making it all privatized and state, and where we can't even have access to it. All these things that come into what a mayor, what a city council do, the agreements they enter at state level or at with private commercial interests. We have a baseball field that's going to be causing so much heavy traffic right here just in the northern side of downtown, northwest side of downtown. All these things that benefit the rich investors don't benefit the community at large, which is what Diana addresses or tries to address when she's out there helping people. She says, all I can do is give a small handout because of, again, her financial situation, her income. She owns her home, as I do, but we're not billionaires or millionaires, not even thousandaires, maybe hundredaires, but not, Anyway, we need to pay more attention to those around us, to our community, and so we can feel safe. We hear safety. I think our city has a budget that is almost 70% just for police, for safety, and we would feel safer if we all got along instead of being at odds and against one another because some have a little bit, some have nothing, and those that have a lot, well, they're very comfortable. They have a lot of police around them. That needs to change. So vote for Diana Flores Uriagas. I'm indigenous. I'm native, and we've like I say, my program. That's what I do. Como digo, yo soy indígena. Tengo mis razones por qué tengo el programa, y el programa es para tratar de educar a la gente que dice que son hispanos o latinos o algo, y les digo, no, ustedes son indígenas. Tienen más mayoría de sangre indígena que tienen de sangre de española o romana o lo que sea. Estas identidades que nos han dado empezó cuando España invadió a nuestro continente. Llámale como le quiera llamar, América, lo que quiera, porque está llamado después de un explorador que se llamaba Américo Vespucio. Una persona, ya todo el continente se llama el nombre de él. Nosotros teníamos muchos nombres para que este país, para esta tierra. Y yo por eso digo, no éramos hispanos hasta que España vino e invadió. No éramos mexicanos hasta cuando México hizo la revolución y se convirtió en una república. No éramos tejanos hasta cuando los anglosajones invadieron y hicieron guerra con México. No éramos de los Estados Unidos, no, we were not U.S. citizens until the United States in 1848 got Mexico to give up 8 of its northern states. So we as native people have gone through so many changes. Spanish, Mexican, Tejanos, again, Mexicans, then Hispanics, Latinos, Chicanos. But we have a lot of native blood. We're from here. And governments that try to throw us out because they invade and take it over has been our history. But it's been something we need to address. And now with President Trump, I guess we can't be getting taken away the DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. A lot of things that we can't even try to address at the federal level. No funding coming down to the cities because it goes to the state. Then we have Greg Abbott here militarizing the border, and now Trump also militarizing the border, stopping us from being able to say we're native people because we're so afraid we have to cling to this nationality that is really not ours. We were here already thousands of years ago. That's what my program is about. And that's what I try to endorse, people that actually look at other people like human beings and not as someone to mistrust, someone to try to take advantage of, but also just someone to try to get along with, like our ancestors did. But like Diana and I have talked before, and she says, well, that's how they took everything away from us, because we used to say, mi casa es tu casa, right? I think Montezuma said that to Hernan Cortés, and he took everything and said, yeah, now it's my house. When we're talking about San Antonio's house, Diana says, this is my house. I will protect it, take care of it, and not let invaders or anyone come and just take and displace all the people that have been here forever. That's what she was trying to say. They've been here all the time, all their lives, and their generations have been here. So that's why she very much into the theme of my program. Queda muy bien, Diana, con mi programa, porque ella lucha sobre la gente de aquí y los problemas que la gente ha tenido aquí siempre. Si tiene problemas en su comunidad, ella les va a tratar de asistir. Y es lo que es mi programa, tratar de educar a la gente sobre nuestros derechos y nuestra identidad como gente indígena, que siempre nos han imponido otras identidades, que no somos hispanos, no somos latinos. Aceptamos chicanos porque viene del dicho de Aztlán y Chico Mostoc y todo esto, que si uno sabe un poquito de ser chicano o ser indígena, entiende lo que yo hablo. Pero si no lo sabe, pues estoy aquí para educarlo. Pero yo por eso así apoyo a Yana y a gente así que tiene corazón y quiere hacer por la gente. Quiere ser inclusiva. No quiere echar nadie fuera. Pero quiere asegurar que esa gente que viene no quiere echarnos a nosotros afuera. Como siempre ha pasado. Por eso le digo, voten por ella. Y sigan viendo mi programa, que sigo hablando de estos temas. Trato de hablar de las injusticias y justicias también, porque hay cosas buenas también, ¿no? No hay siempre cosas malas. Pero tenemos que de perdida saber nuestra historia para poder tener diálogos sobre la historia de nosotros y saber quiénes somos, para saber para dónde vamos. Porque si no, nos vamos a quedar estancados, no sabiendo quiénes somos, nuestras raíces, no poder educar a nuestros niños en quiénes son ellos, qué caminos tienen que tomar ellos en el futuro para asegurar que no nos vamos a desaparecer, porque nos quieren desaparecer, nos han querido desaparecer desde que llegó Américo Vespucio con Cristóbal Colón, ¿no? Solo que la lucha sigue, y es lo que está hablando, y cuando dice Diana, that she's gonna fight, así que va a seguir la lucha, va a seguir luchando para los beneficios de la gente, para mejorar la situación de la gente de aquí de San Antonio. Porque, como digo, no hay pura cosa mala, pero hay muchas cosas que dicen, esto va a mejorar tu vida porque es más moderno. Pero eso no quiere decir que va a mejorar la vida de la gente local. Va a traer otra gente que ellos van a beneficiar y nuestra gente los van a remover para allá, quién sabe, para allá, para el monte. Si donde no hay electricidad, no hay agua y no hay transportación, porque a la gente que viene para acá dice, mira qué bonito, pero la gente de aquí siempre ha estado, son los que han hecho eso. Yo por eso cuando les digo, como están celebrando la fiesta, pero están celebrando que los anglosajones ganaron la guerra en San Jacinto y tomaron poder, es lo que están celebrando. ¿Cómo voy a celebrar yo que vinieron los anglosajones y dominaron nuestras tierras y nuestra gente? ¿Cómo voy a andar yo allá tomando cerveza y comiendo los tacos ahí? Como que, fue algo bueno para nosotros. No fue nada bueno. Me dicen, oye, pues te quieres quedar como indio ahí encuerado. No, pero mi gente no. Tenemos que saber que todo cambia. Es lo único asegurado que tenemos en esta vida, es que todo va a seguir cambiando. Y nuestra gente estaba avanzando. Nosotros ya teníamos, si vas a hablar de Tenochtitlán, era una maravilla. Una ciudad en un lago, en agua. Y todavía tenían agua para tomar. Tenían comida, no eran los pobres, como nos dicen. Por eso digo, nosotros fuéramos estado más avanzados. Ya teníamos un calendario mucho más perfecto que lo que existe hoy aquí en día. ¿Y por qué nos dicen, vas a andar encuerado, vas a andar comiendo ahí insectos y todo? No hacíamos esto hasta que los españoles llegaron hasta que los anglosajones llegaron y nos quitaron todo. I've been talking about history, how we indigenous people were not a poor people. We had the bounty all around us until the Europeans came and said, now this is ours. They treated it like it belonged to their king. We could not hunt, fish, or nothing on our own lands. And that's been our history. But we don't know our history. We would have been far more advanced than what the society that exists today, because we were already more advanced. So keep watching Mestizo Experience and keep learning about yourself and about our roots. Antonio Díaz, Tlazocamati, Tosticate.
¿Qué onda, carnal? Dice mi gente, la raza está abajo y tú estás indiferente. Prefieres cerrar los ojos, no vi nada. Estabas ocupado por andar en la tomada. Te gusta tirar el cruising todo el día, buscando a las mujeres como si el mundo acabaría. Pero no sabías que tú podías continuar tu educación para superarte en la vida. Hermano joven, levanta tu frente y siente el orgullo de ser un descendiente de los aztecas, los incas y los mayas. Ayúdame a pelear y vencer.